Hello and welcome to Talking It Out, the comedy talk show where a panel of dysfunctional media celebrities dissect the week's news. My name is Dave Coffey. I'm joined in studio by independent TD Shawnee Saltcliffe.
How are you doing?
Social media influencer Sarah O'Crilly.
Hi, great to be here.
Shock newspaper journalist Brian Kilbird.
How are you getting on?
And former pop singer turned activist Trina McFarter.
Hello, David.
A story that got a lot of coverage this past week was the planned commemoration of the Royal Irish Constabulary members, but has now been deferred by the government.
It's PC gone absolutely topsy-turvy, Dave. Look, the Kilbirds are a long line of touts. The RIC were lovely bunch of lads. They looked after, so long as you looked after them, furnishing them with information about rebel activity in the town, one of my great granduncles, he gave them false information. It wasn't his fault. And then the RIC, they literally crucified him.
No way. On a big cross or a pool table or something.
Snooker table, in the local pub.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if our Lord was crucified on a pool table? We'd all have to wear pool tables around our necks.
Lovely thought.
Sarah, when this happened, you were on social media calling for an end to racism in Ireland. Is this really a race issue?
Yeah. In this day and age, we all love Kim and Kanye, and hear people saying, get out blacks and tans. I was like, this is not on. I am not having it. Think about it. You've all got a black friend. Do you know what I mean?
Don't. I mean, I would.
Trina, you've come out in favour of this event and suggested that there should be a permanent museum dedicated to the black and tans opened in Dublin.
Do you drink tea?
I do.
We need something to celebrate the good things that we've taken from Britain, like tea.
Yeah,
Coronation Street.
And
Coronation Street.
Coronation Street, absolutely, Shawnee.
Post-colonial insecurity.
Lovely. There's loads of things.
I think it should be on the grounds of Croke Park, if I'm being quite honest.
I think Leo Varadkar has shares in the Wolf Tones back catalogue.
Interesting theory. A big story that has been dominating the news this week is the tensions between the US and Iran. Brian, you've written in the past that you think Trump knows exactly what he's doing.
He's trying to evade the public's gaze on what he's actually up to in the background. He's trying to make Atlantic City a thing again.
Oh right, why?
I've got political insight.
But sure, that's sunk to the bottom of the ocean.
You're thinking of Atlantis,
huh?
This is the future of warfare.
Yeah,
drones.
My brother had a drone actually once, and it nearly chopped my sister's ear off.
Shawnee, this is election year for Trump.
Oh, yes.
It also seems like you'll be up for election again very soon. Are these kind of tactics that you've employed?
Yes, I have. As you know, I got a camogie player pregnant when I was managing the team. So what did I do? I orchestrated that my mother would be run over by a car. And soon enough, the house was filled with people. They were shaking my hand. God, I hope she gets better. Like, she was grand. It was only her ankles really that got the brunt of it. But sure enough, I was elected. And
what became of the...
And I bought Mammy a very nice wheelchair.
And what became of the camogie player?
She couldn't play, obviously. So we lost that particular final.
Sarah, you okay there? So you're on your phone?
Sorry, just got some good news.
Oh, very good. A baby.
No, and I'd really like if you didn't bring that up, because there's absolutely no prospect of that happening in the near future. So keep your...
There's a couple of lads in my football team that sort you out straight away.
We'll talk about that after. But I'm after being offered a column in a paper.
Any jobs? What?
Like, I'm not familiar with the paper, but it's the Irish Chronicle, and I'm meant to be basically like up to me what I write about. So like I was thinking maybe
like an opinion column.
Because Brian, you used to write for the Chronicle, didn't you?
Gave it to me.
I used to have the opinion column in the Irish Chronicle.
Yeah, up until very recently. Give me all the tips and tell me.
Will I? Yeah, no.
Yeah,
what was
great.
What was the name of your column?
Bryway or the Highway. I didn't have the time to focus on my opinion column, so I left to focus on my poetry and a novel, a political thriller of mine that I've since.
Oh, is that going to be published?
Self-published, but yeah,
okay.
Published is in the word.
But that's great. I mean, you lost a job, but you found a job.
I got one.
Yeah. Didn't lose a job. Didn't lose a job, Shawnee.
Sarah, you're a social media influencer. World War III was trending this past week. but it was mostly just memes and jokes. I mean, do young people just think this is a joke?
Absolutely not. Like I would, my heart goes out to all those people in those countries, and all the lads in government trying their best.
Which lads now are you talking about specifically?
America and the lads over there. I don't envy them, Dave. It's a big job, but someone's got to do it, as they say.
Yeah.
For me, I know, like, oh God, like when I was doing the leaving, I was in bits. I was so stressed out. And
That was your own personal.
It was
Vietnam.
my own personal World War III, really. And I was on all the pills. I was seeing a woman. I was getting Reiki.
If that's the kind of quality that we're going to be subjected to in your opinion column in the Chronicle,
Well,
I can't wait to wipe me unmentionables with it. Dave,
hang on.
Sorry,
I wouldn't wipe my arse with a newspaper. I'd just get a black arse.
It was
Everybody has toilet paper in this day and age as well. You don't need to do that.
You're not Oliver Twist, hey?
World War
I
III.
don't need
People
this.
are going on this World War III. This is bad. People are
is
going to die.
bad.
So let me finish.
Oh, Jesus.
Right, Dave, think about it, right?
Yeah.
For Ireland, neutral country, right? You're thinking, what can we possibly gain from World War III? Guess what? Shannon Airport. There's going to be roaring trade around Bunratty. All that kind of crack. There's going to be planes going in and out of there with lads
soldiers
with hoods over their heads on the
Do
way
you think
to
they want to go
Gitmo.
shopping?
No, well, the pilots, on stopover and air hostesses. They won't. Probably don't have air hostesses on military planes.
A big story this past week was Megxit. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are officially stepping down as senior members of the royal family.
I think fair play to her, like she's an independent woman, but what I will say is she's losing out on so much free stuff.
Separately to this, the wax figures of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have been removed from the royal set at Madame Tussauds, London. Trina, you've got your own waxwork here in Dublin.
I do.
It's a bit much to move.
I thought that was who was in the studio with us, Dave, to be when I first walked in.
Thank you, because it's done a few years ago.
Whereabouts in the museum? Because it's one of my favourite places to go.
People are taking selfies with it because it is in the back of men's toilets.
Why did they put it in there, Trina?
Well, the way I'm holding my purse, they sort of made a urinal out of it.
So men are urinating into the purse that you're holding.
I know what you're talking about.
It's a compliment,
I thought
really.
that was a Star Wars character. I didn't know that was you. I can
It is
see
insulting.
it's a bit too
But
far.
also, I love it.
I suppose it's a boost to the ego, isn't it? That people are going in and pissing in your bag.
Oh my, if I can do. Hashtag Trina's bag.
Hashtag piss in the bag.
Hashtag piss in the bag. They're all mine.
Moving on. A record number of patients were waiting for beds in Irish hospitals this past week.
Everyone gives out about the hospital. When's the last time you heard a nice story? For the last couple of months, I have brought down, there's a sort of a homeless chap. Well, I don't know, he lives in a sort of a shed, but he's an awful man for the drink. I thought, as a nice way to cheer up the children, we'll bring him down and dress him up as a clown. I don't know if you've seen the film with Robin Williams,
Patch
Dead
Adams.
Post Society. I brought down Tomsy. I put a lick of paint, a clown paint on him. I brought him in, and sure, the kids had great crack. And the only downside of it is at this particular wing, these children were not supposed to be mixing with outsiders at all due to a high level of infection. And I brought Tomsy to a wake beforehand, so he shook a lot of hands, and a lot of the kids got very, very, very sick.
How sick?
Well, dead.
That's a lovely story, Shawnee.
But I'm saying that was a nice thing I did. And are you going to hear that? Are you going to hear Brian Dobson coming on the news saying, here's a nice story about hospitals? No. Instead he goes, more bad news.
Yeah.
Well, you killed a whole load of children.